As Ido has stated multiple times, he moves because he can. The creation of the Ido Portal method is very similar to the creation of Jeet Kune Do by Bruce Lee, the godfather of MMA, in which you generalize your practice. Rather than specializing in one movement practice such as gymnastics or tumbling, you generalize it. You take from everything. You take from parkour, you take from tumbling, you take from gymnastics, you take from martial arts and dance, and Olympic weightlifting. You mix it all together and you become a generalist. Someone who is amazing at multiple things but a master of none. Many people stumble on their journey and research on how to practice the Ido Portal method very simply because there's not much out there for beginners and online training is quite scarce. Ido Portal himself, I believe, charges around $1,000 for 3 months of training, which, while some might say that's fair, it's a bit expensive, it doesn't have the best reviews. I can't give an opinion on this because I, of course, haven't undergone this online training. However, as a sports scientist, as a personal trainer, and as a bachelor's degree nutrition and health graduate, I think I have a fair understanding of what's going on and how to approach this. So this is essentially how you can practice the Ido Portal method in the comfort of your own home. So I'm just warming up in the lower squat here, just getting a bit of mobility in my hip flexors and my groin. Just, so I can do a bit more high intensity warm up in a second. So of course now just stretching the lumbar spine, getting a bit of stretch in the obliques, bit of mobility. I have been moving in the past week, so just need to get a bit of movement in. So this is a really great warm up because, standard warm ups you might see, lunges and stretches and just a lot of static things. This is very dynamic and it's very practical because, as you can see, I'm lunging down, I'm squatting, I'm touching the floor, my coordination's going. It's a very practical way of warming up because, as you can see, if you pause any sport game, a football match or a tennis match, no one's ever in proper form, always in improper form. So these kind of warm-ups where there's a lot of coordination required, a lot of improper form, a lot of reaction, it's a great warm-up. It's very fun, and again, it's very practical for general movement practice. And so now I'm just going into a bit of animal movement, a bit of locomotion, just nice and slow, just to get the muscles a bit warm, get used to kind of putting a bit of resistance on the muscles. So a bit of a low monkey walk here to really stretch out that the hip flexors and the groin, just going back and forth. And now I'm raising the hips up, putting a bit more pressure up there on my shoulders. So there we go, and I'm going back again. So just another little monkey walk type variation, just doing a few of these. It's really great just to kind of get the blood pumping into your shoulders and get the groin moving. So of course, the lizard walk, lovely exercise. I do love it. And this is all just kind of prepping to get me going into my handstand work. So this isn't obviously all the training I was doing, but just like I said, I've been moving for the past week, moving house. So just thought I'd kind of see where I am with a few handstand descents, a little bit of handstand work, just playing around really, nothing too serious today, just a bit chill, just moving a bit, seeing where I am, because I was feeling a bit lazy to be honest. I was like, I just need to go out and I need to move, I need to do something rather than just cleaning the house and building furniture. Just kind of getting used to a few descents. There we go. Decent, nice and fun. Got a nice slow descent there. And so I've been working on the handstand push-up for a little while now. I haven't dedicated proper time to it, but it's just something I play around with. And obviously I know you're not meant to be curved, but I just thought I'd kind of see where I am kind of today, do a few pike push-ups after the handstands. Got my traps achy doing this. Elevate them up on the steps, get a bit more range of motion in there, or a bit more kind of pressure on the shoulders, sorry. And of course now moving on to a bit of leg work. So I have a parkour background, so I did a few pistol squats, a few shrimp squats, but my love will always be with jumps. So this is really great for building plyometric strength and explosive strength and distancing. It's not a skill you'll see a lot, learning how to properly distance. Just sort of do a few push-ups at the end here, a little bit more resistance work, just regular push-ups tied in with some bit of explosive work there. Usually I do lots of dips and weighted dips, but Again, I haven't got any furniture and any workout equipment, so yeah. And then just a little party trick here at the end. Funny enough, I used to do this one hand, one thumb when I was 60 key, but I'm about 75 now, so there's no way in hell I can do that. And so I thought I was done for the day, but I realised it's Sunday and I've got nothing on today, so I thought I'd come back, warm up, do a few bridges, and work on that kind of shoulder mobility and just my bridge mobility. So here I am, just prepping some QDRs, just trying to get that shoulder rotation nice and warm, because it can be a bit of a dangerous move if you do it wrong, you don't warm up. And so this is essentially the move, QDR, a whole 360. Just like this, and as you can see, as I come around here, my headphones get caught around my face and I pull it out of my phone, and like I'm just like, what on earth? And so that was the session. Essentially, you start with warm-ups, which include a bit of improper alignment, make sure they're dynamic. You can include some coordination and some reaction time in there with the warm-up. That's always a great skill to kind of add on the side. Start with some, mobility after that. So do some locomotion motion, some animal movements. Really great way of, increasing your mobility in the day, getting a bit warm, getting used to kind of the movement patterns and how your body moves. You can then move on to the skills you want to start developing. So for me, it was just kind of refreshing my handstands, just getting used to those again. Doing a few descents and just getting a bit of upper shoulder strength. Like I said, I've moved house, so I just feel a bit weak and a bit lazy because I haven't really done much workout or much movement lately. So that's that. And then obviously if you want to throw in there a little bit of specific joint work, you can. So that's what I was doing with the bridges. You can do that before or after the resistance work. Just make sure you warm up. That's essentially the Ido Portal method's philosophy, generalizing, working on your mobility, your coordination, your timing, your distance management, your strength, your movement patterns, all of that. So let me know how you train, let me know what you think, and until next time, peace.